Hi guys, welcome to my new video tutorial. This time it's about how to spot a phishing website with a few clicks. By the way, I'm talking about phishing and not about phishing with a fishing rod. Although there's some analogy between the two terms because as a fisher um, hopes a fish will fall for his bait, the hacker puts up a fake website hoping that a sucker will log to this compromised website in order to steal your financial and personal information. If you're confused by my explanation, I will show you practically how this works. You may happen to click accidentally or because you think that the email comes from a trusted source on a link like this one. Here I got an email that apparently comes from University of Phoenix, which is a well-known online university. You can see that the logo is pretty much the same as the original University of Phoenix, and we can think, why not? Maybe you're interested in online classes and you decide to have a look. So if you click here, we're redirected to this website. And you may notice some factors that should already show you red flag. First of all, the graphic of the web page is pretty amateurish, which is kind of odd for a website like this one. And what's important here is the URL of the page, because there's no reference at all to Phoenix. You see a weird URL, degree.uofphx.info. Well, that doesn't look right, and I start smelling rat. Now, how can we make sure this is the actual website of University of Phoenix? Really easy. All you gotta do is turn to your friend Google and Google University. Of Phoenix. This, as you can see, is the official website, and let's visit it. Well, you can see it looks very different for a series of reasons. First of all, even though the logo is the same, okay, I don't know what's going on. The URL of the page is totally different, and it's www.phoenix.edu. And this is very important. Why? Because the domain in this case is info, which doesn't sound right, while the domain here is edu, which makes perfect sense because edu stands for educational, and it's a domain usually assigned to educational websites. In fact, just to make sure, if you look for another college, for example my college, it has the same domain. In fact, my college website is starkstate.edu. So we can make sure this is an educational website. Good. Now, we gotta make a little CSI effect here. How do we do that? Uh, to know what's the actual IP of the true website, we need to use a special command. Now I'm with a Mac, but it's a command you can find both in Mac and Linux system and in Windows system. In a Mac system it's called lookup, while in a Windows system it's called NS lookup. In my case I need to open network utility. In Windows you need to open a command prompt with administrative rights and enter NS lookup. And in the prompt, you need to enter the URL of the page, and you'll be shown the corresponding IP address of the website, which I'm doing right now. Alright, you can see that Phoenix UDU corresponds to this IP address, 206.169.235.211. Okay, now it's time for our CSI effect. I use this web page and to double check that phoenix.edu corresponds really to that IP address we found before, we need to use this service whois and enter here phoenix.edu. Now we can have a series of information here that are very useful to us to understand what kind of website we're looking at. You'll notice here that the contact information refer to University of Phoenix, Phoenix, Arizona, United States. So we found that this is the actual website. You want to double check again? Okay. All we got to do is enter this command here, trace, and you'll notice here we have the same IP address we had found before, which is 206.169.235.211. Perfect. We're good to go. Now, what if you want more information about the fake website? All we got to do is do what we had done before with reference to the fake website. And so we need its URL here and use the whois service again. What do we have here? Nothing that refers at all to University of Phoenix. As you can see, we have a series of addresses here that refer to Jacksonville, Florida, which has nothing to do at all with University of Phoenix. Well, what I can tell you right now is that this address is here, for all I can understand, should belong to a ISP or internet service provider. In fact, if I found the website of this company And what it does is web hosting, like GoDaddy, just to be clearer. So the actual perpetrator who hides behind this page is somebody that bought an IP address from this company called Natural Solutions, which uh, is in Jacksonville, Florida, and that's all we can get. Because I can tell you right now that the only way to track down the actual IP address hiding behind this company here is to have a subpoena issued by a federal judge, which can be done, for all I know, only in a case of a criminal investigation. And it can be requested by a private citizen, but only by a prosecutor, for all I know. So, this is all we can get, but I think it's enough for you to understand how not to fall for this kind of scams. So, I think now you're good to go, and you may be safer when you browse the internet or you click one of these links, and you won't fall for one of those scams again. Alright, thank you for following me, and have a good day.